you will see the position are required for elicitation of knee jerk. So first I am going to show you how to check knee jerk reflex in supine-like position. Okay, so ask the patient to go in supine-like position. Make sure that the part should be exposed. Okay, so you can see the part to be assessed is exposed right now. The position of the doctors towards the side of the limb to be tested. Fine. Now, for checking of knee jerk reflex in supine-like position, keep the patient hip and knee in slightly flexed position. That is 20 to 25 degree of knee flexion position, and grasp the patient knee just beneath it, and keep this limb slightly externally rotated so that patient becomes relaxed, and ask the patient to keep all the put all the weight on my hand and do not hold the limb. You are not supposed to hold your limb and put all the weight of your limb on my hand. Right? You can also check whether patient is conscious or not by removing your hand suddenly. Fine. If this limb drops, it means your patient is not conscious. Fine. And if your patient is holding your limb, remember you will not get any reflex, because reflex is involuntary in nature. For that, it is very necessary that your patient remain in a relaxed position. So what you can do, if your patient is conscious, ask anyone else to talk with the patient and by the same time elicit the reflex. Fine. So again, keep this limb in a slightly flexed position. Knee should be 20 to 25 degree of flexed position, and keep it in a slight externally rotated. Fine. And ask the patient to put all the weight on your hand. Your position should be box standing position. Okay? Make sure that your back should be straight, and with this end, narrow, blunt and just step over the patella. So you need to first palpate the patellar tendon. So here is the patellar tendon situated. With your thumb, you can palpate it. Fine. I am going to show the region on this limb here. In this is the inferior border of patella. Just below it, you can palpate the patellar tendon, and then with this end, tap over it. You can see you will get extension of knee. Fine. Okay. So this is the response you will get, that is extension of knee. If your patient is having UMN type of lesion, you will get either brisk response or exaggerated response. If your patient is having LMN type of lesion, you will get either diminished response or an absent response. And remember, this knee jerk is very important criteria to diagnose cerebellar disorder. In case of cerebellar disorder, you will get pendulum type of knee jerk that I am going to show you. Now I am going to show you how to check this knee tendon reflexes in sitting position. Knee jerk reflex elicitation in high sitting position. So here the patient is in high sitting position. You can see both the feet are not supported on the ground. Ask the patient to relax and comfortable. Now you can see the hip is at a 90 degree, knee is also in 90 degree. With your one hand, just palpate the patellar tendon. Fine. So this will be the patellar tendon. Just with here, approximately here. Yes, here I am getting the tendon of patella. Fine. And with this narrow hand, you are supposed to keep your one hand over the thigh, and with your another hand just apply the tap. Fine. So you can see the extension of the knee. Similarly, compare it bilaterally. Okay. Another side also, I am going to palpate the patellar tendon. Keep your one hand over the thigh, and with the help of another hand, just tap. Okay. Now, in case of UMN type of lesion, you will get either brisk or exaggerated reflex like this. Okay. Now I am going to show you exaggerated reflex. So this is the exaggerated reflex, and in case of cerebellar lesion, you will classically find pendulum type of knee jerk. Okay, have a look. See, you can see the pendulum of it. After tapping, you will get the oscillatory movement of the limb. Fine. So this is the way of elicitation of knee jerk reflex in high sitting position. Now, if your patient holds limb and you are not able to elicit the knee tendon reflexes, so in that case, you need to divert patient's attention. So one maneuver is there, that is Jędrysik maneuver. By using this maneuver, you can simply divert the patient's attention and you can get the knee tendon reflexes very easily. Patellar tendon reflexes very easily. Fine. So how to perform Jędrysik maneuver on the patient? Just ask patient to clench or make a fist like this. My one hand is in a supinated position and my another hand in a pronated position, and make a tight fist of it. Just do like this, keep your one hand like this and second, and make a tight fist. Then ask the patient to pull these fingers apart tightly and simultaneously clench the teeth like this. Fine. You need to pull your both the fingers. You try to pull both the fingers apart tightly and simultaneously clench the teeth. So this maneuver is called as Jędrysik maneuver. Whenever patient perform this, just simultaneously you perform the tendon reflexes of knee jerk. Okay. So this is the maneuver, Jędrysik maneuver, most commonly used maneuver when your patient is holding limb, when you are not getting knee tendon reflexes in normal individual also. Third method. You can also check deep tendon reflexes in this position. Ask the patient to sit on the chair. You can see both the feet are supported on the ground. The doctor should be in a sitting position towards the part to be assessed. But in this position, if you want to check knee jerk reflex, just ask the patient to keep one limb over the another limb like this. Okay, so that this limb should be now in unsupported. Okay, it is not supported on the floor. So I'll ask him to keep this limb over the right side of limb, over the right side of limb, over the left side of thigh. Fine. So in this position, now with your one hand, with your thumb, palpate the patella. This is the patellar tendon, and with this blunt end, you can also use broad end to elicit this patellar tendon. But in book they have given always step with the blunt end. Fine. So with this hand, now tap. Fine. You can see the extension of the knee. Fine. So this is also the most commonly used position for elicitation of knee jerk. So we have seen three positions: supine line position, high sitting position, and sitting on a chair. Now we'll see ankle jerk. The supply of ankle jerk is L5 and S1. There are nearly three positions in which we can elicit ankle jerk. The most commonly used position is supine line position. Ask the patient to lie down on his back and ask the patient to be relaxed. Okay, you make sure that you are relaxed. Okay, and the position of limb for elicitation of ankle jerk is you are supposed to keep this limb, the limb to be assessed in a figure of 4 position. Okay, you can see it looks like figure of 4. This hip is flexed, rotated position, knee is flexed, okay, and this is in a planticular position, and just keep this limb over the another limb. Now with your one hand, with my left hand, I am just keeping this ankle in a slight dorsiflex position, and with my another hand I am going to palpate tendo Achilles. Okay, it's a tendon of calf muscle, tendo Achilles, because I am going to tap over the tendo Achilles muscle. Fine. So this is the tendo Achilles. You will find tendo Achilles over here on this region, and with this end, blunt end or a broad end, you are supposed to tap over it and observe the response. Okay, you can see the response which I am getting is plantar flexion of ankle. Fine. So this is the position for elicitation of ankle jerk in supine. Now the second position for elicitation of ankle jerk is prone lying position. Ask the patient to go to lie down on his tummy. Keep both the hand like this and ask the patient to rotate the head towards one side. Fine. Then ask the patient to keep both the ankle out of the couch. It is very important to keep both the ankle out of the couch for elicitation of ankle jerk. Now the position of the doctors towards the side to be tested. Fine. So with your one hand, just keep this ankle in a slightly dorsiflex position. With my this hand, I am keeping this ankle in a dorsiflex position. With my another hand, I am going to palpate tendo Achilles muscle. So this is, it's clearly visible, right? This is the tendo Achilles muscle. And with the help of hammer, I am going to tap over it. You can easily see the response which I am getting is plantar flexion of ankle. Fine. Now third position for elicitation of ankle jerk is high sitting position. Ask the patient to go into high sitting position. You can see both the lower limbs are not supported. Fine. The doctor should be towards the side to be tested. Fine. With your one hand, with my right hand, I am going to keep this ankle in a slightly dorsiflex position. With my another hand, I am going to palpate the tendo Achilles. Okay, and then tap over the tendo Achilles. You can see the response which I am getting is plantar flexion of ankle. This is also commonly used position for elicitation of ankle jerk.